Welcome to our presentation. Um,
Yeah. Our presentation, just like you asked, we made an ad campaign about FX, the product that you want to sell. First off, a refresher on what FX actually is.
So we presume that FX will bring you concentration. It will give you a calm feeling while working, while learning, etc. In this way, you will be able to study for a longer period of time. You will get better grades. This will lead up to a better job in the future, and eventually you will have a happier life overall. But not very much research has been done on this fact. This is why we actually advertise the product in a rather vague manner. We do not promise false things. We do not give false hopes. The costs are very agreeable. There's only $19.99 for like 20 pills. We did this to make the product very accessible. We wanted families with almost every sort of all people just be able to buy this product.
Okay. So the general outline of our ad campaign is that first of all, we think that the identity of a product is very important in the modern day market. So, well, like she just said, because there's not a lot known about this product, we have to keep it very vague, but that could also be a benefit. Since this will make people think about our product, they will automatically put it into situations where it's more useful to them in their minds than it may actually be. We also think that being very professional and making the ads look very nice will give the people that look at our ads a very positive vibe from our product in general, which enforces the feeling that this product might be the solution to whatever problem they're dealing with at that time. The target audience for our product will be mostly students and their parents, since they're probably the easiest to advertise for. They are both categories of people that are dealing with a lot of stress on a daily basis. The students, they have to cope with everything they have to do for school, and they're just learning to deal with certain responsibilities. While the parents, they have to look out for their kids, and while the kids are looking for more and more freedom every day. This makes them clash every time, and they just want to have a solution to both their problems. Well, once again, curiosity is just a very big part in our ads, since we don't know a lot about the problems, and it gets people to think about the problems, possibly making them look up the product, seeing more advertisement on the internet, and then forcing them to buy our product.
Alright, so we choose not to have a slogan. This is not because we're not creative enough to actually think of one. It's because our sort of advertising is rather vague. We did this because if you see our name every time, and if you have a slogan revealing what it already is, you will probably put less effort in the product, in what it actually is. So we want people to see our name in red, and then to think of what is this product, what can I use it for, to look it up on the internet, to get more information themselves. In this way, if they're more actively involved with our product, they will be possibly quite easier to actually buy this product. So we want people to keep guessing, to keep wandering around with FX in their heads. We want them to remember our product, and we want them to keep them from bias, because we do not want to give them false hopes. We do not give them promises.
Okay. So then let's get started with our first actual ads, the billboards. These are probably the first thing that people will see from our product, since these billboards reach a lot of people. They're everywhere around the highways and whatever, so a lot of people can see them whenever they're commuting through or from work every day. But because they're next to a highway and people are driving by them at very high speeds, they can't contain a lot of information. They should be very quick to read, and maybe one or two pictures, just to give people an image in their head that they can possibly think about while they're driving towards their destination. So they should be very eye-catching, and we chose to implement real-life situations which, when traveling with other people, might spark a a conversation or whatever about the product.
Alright, so this is the first billboard we made. As you can see, it doesn't contain a lot of text, not a lot of colors. Yeah, it's just very simple. You can see two typical study lamps in there. And one of them is switched on and the other is switched off. So people might think, well, what do they mean with this sort of ad? And they might wonder, well, actually, that one is switched on, meaning somebody is still learning in the midnight hours, while the other is actually switched off. Beneath that is FX. So it actually says, people could think, because of this ad, well, if I'm wise and if I use FX, then I'm learning on the day, and I do not have to learn in the midnight hours. I can be fast asleep, which means I have less stress, for example. Just wide awake when I have to do my test. Also, FX is in red, and we did this because it is shown that red is a very alarming color. People will direct their attention directly to something with a red color on it. So we want people to remember our product, we want people to remember our name, and that is why on every sort of ad, FX is in red.
This is our second ad. It's a little more complicated than the first one because of the image in the background. However, the main things are, first of all, the face. Everybody's attention will directly focus towards this face, since it's a very shocked expression or a very, he is not looking forward to all the work he has to do. And a lot of people can relate to this at school, but also at work. So this serves to broaden our target group, and it may bring more people, it may make more people interested in what this product can actually do for them. The billboard itself also has a word play on words and images in the bottom. Like take a chill pill, it's something that people say quite often. And the last word is not actually a word, but it's an image. This serves to make the billboard more memorable to the people that read it. Like, oh hey, they did this in a very interesting manner. I haven't seen that before. And the due papers on the right and the top right serves to pull students to have them put more attention in this billboard than the other people that might look at it. However, the other people that might look at it and still see themselves in the image won't necessarily think that, oh, it's just for students. They think that, oh, I might be in a similar situation to those students, and maybe this product could also work for me. Okay, so the next thing we use to bring our product to the masses is posters. Posters can contain a little more information than billboards because people generally have more time to look at them. They can be shown in magazines or on walls. And therefore, because people can look at them for a prolonged period of time, we are able to use more metaphors, we are able to use more intricate designs to bring across our message. So, the first poster.
Alright, so compared to the billboards, you can already spot easily that this one is very much more detailed, and there's more underlying messages in this poster. So, you can see that the background is rather dark, but it gets lighter in the middle. This makes people focus on the text in the middle. Alright, so you see the A's, and FX is in red, so attention will be directed towards this. It will actually sort of form a correlation between FX and A's. A's being a good thing because you can use FX to get higher grades, for example. And FX is also related to the professions started with an A. Also, there are words on the right side saying concentration, energy, motivation, also in colors to direct attention towards them. Because people then might think, oh, well, if I'm using FX, then I'll probably get more concentration, for example, or I'll be more motivated. And especially for students, these are major things if you're learning for a test. Another strength in this poster is that there is a lot of repetition. However, the last sentence says a student lacking A's, and that's a very different sentence from all the without sentences. So this actually shows that there has been a change if you're using FX. Also, there is another sort of
Voice.
statistic device, and that's the rhymes. It says concentration, energy, motivation, memory, inspiration. That also will make people remember it more easily. Oh, and there's also FX is in the most liked part of the entire poster. So there's even more attention directed towards FX, and there's even a sort of cheering person beneath it, thinking like, oh hey, FX actually was my solution to my problems. So,
Alright. So the second poster, it has a look. Oh.
okay, so this poster is directed to the parents, and it's more clear already, but there's also underlying messages in this one. So the first question we pose is very direct. Who would you want your kid to be? Well, a lot of parents will have difficulty with this question because they want to raise their kids in the best way they can. I hope. Alright, so in the picture beneath it, it shows on the left a poor guy, and on the right a wealthy man. And you have to give this picture a little more time to actually understand what it says. So then beneath it, we say FX will take him or her in the right direction, in the very best direction. FX is shown in red again, and right too, because we want FX to be a positive thing if you think about it. And right also directs to the fact that the wealthy man is on the right. So we will direct we will give a solution, and we will actually say, well, we can give you a happier life.
So the final things we made to reinforce our ad campaign is 2 TV ads. The really important things about TV ads, in our opinion, are the music, since they can really give an ad a very different mood, and they are something that you can really use in posters or billboards.
And then again, we also made references to popular phenomena, because these phenomena will be around a lot. And in this way, if you give a relation to these phenomena and to your ad, if people hear a song, a popular song for example, that's also in your ad, they will think about your product at the same time.
Yes, and the 2 ads are also made for different groups. The first one is once again for the students, and the second is once again for the parents. Because they're made for different groups of people, they can also be aired at different times. Make sure that different groups also see them, or they can be aired after different programs or whatever. They also have very different moods to really reinforce the way we are trying to market the product to teenagers, and the way that we are trying to market the product for their parents. So the first ad. This works. Oh, there's no sound.
Turn your sound on.
No. Stop.
Is one of them 26 with a curve that might be F plus.
You can try. Yeah, stop it. There are 2 words.
It's not working.
Should be able to play it through the demons and not hear sound.
Ah.
All these growls.
Okay. Now, how do I rewind the ads?
You should just be able to go at the bottom of the Prezi itself.
Yeah. But I can, for some reason. Wait. Maybe I can. What?
Okay.
That was weird. Hey, okay.
Crud. Alright, I'll skip this page, but I am already...
All right, folks, you have 20 more minutes and then it's pencils down.
Crud. Alright, I'll skip this page, but I already skipped this page and half of that one. Jesus, at this point I'm hoping for a 26 with a curve that might be an F+. plus. Wonder if I could have an extension. No, that's for papers. Or is it? How do you guys know this? All done.
Everything is great, everything is grand. I got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand.
Okay. So that was the first ad, and it was quite obviously directed towards teens who are often in the situation that they're in a class making a test, and well, sometimes they could be making a test while not knowing the answers, while all the other people do know the answers. And the point of this ad is to really make them think about this, and do they really want this, and don't they want the solution to this feeling? The
There's also the song text, for example.
Yeah,
Really
wait,
All right,
fits
folks, you
here.
have 20 more
This
minutes
first
and
part
then it's pencils down.
is one of those references that we... The first part is a reference to a very popular YouTube channel that's called College Humor, and very many students have actually seen this, and it's being shared all around the internet. Because it is such a recognizable situation that a lot of people find themselves in daily, then
Pencils down.
Crud. Alright, I'll skip.
Pencil.
I'm hoping for a 26 with a curve that might be an F+. plus.
that F is also part of the name of our product. Because it's called FX, it's like no more Fs.
Yeah, and it also says no more failure in life.
Yeah.
And
It
we
can be
actually choose for FX because it's a very sharp,
very short name.
It's
It's
very
very
short
easy
name.
to say.
Yeah, and it sounds rather professional.
Okay. The next
Wonder if
part
I could have an extension.
is
No, that's for papers.
where the
Or is it?
song actually
How do you
starts.
guys know this?
Because that's a pretty big contrast to the very first part of the ad. Since it's a depressing situation. You don't feel happy when you're in that situation. But then suddenly this very happy music kicks in, and people start to wonder, like, what is this? Why is this suddenly a happy moment? And then you show the people that you can help with their problems. We can help them get better grades. We can help them not be in this situation anymore.
Everything
We didn't
is
say
great,
how, but
everything
we
is
say
grand. I got the whole wide world in the palm of my...
And this in the palm of my hand is also shown in the image,
Yes.
which is holding the pill
Say,
FX.
here is your solution.
This is
to life.
how you can hold the world in the palm of your hand. It's this pill. This will change your life. This will make your life better. It will get rid of your hard life. Okay. Let's rewind this one too. Well. Okay, so this is the second ad, and it is directed towards the parents of those students that are dealing with a hard moment in their life. They, every parent that has a teenage kid should recognize those faces that we showed at the beginning of the movie. They should be grumpy at least sometimes, which, pulls all the parents towards this ad and makes them recognize that this is something that they might be dealing with, and they might be the solution for it. Okay. Yeah, this further makes the parents think that this is an ad for them, because they have seen this before. And then there's this, which is just statistics, and it makes the parents think that this is actually something that's scientifically based, it's proven, it works. However, we don't actually say anything about the pill. This is just other research that other people have done that's whatever. It doesn't have anything to do with the actual pill, so they can't say anything if it doesn't do what they thought it would do. And this is, once again, for their children and why they are feeling this way and how they can change it. Because school results are often the main reason why people feel bad at such an age. And the FX is in every piece of ad, we have a link to school results, basically. So this further increases the thought that FX will help with your school results and it will make you perform better. This is a slide that is actually shown for quite a long time compared to the other slides in this ad. And that is because this is the main message of this ad. We want to make the parents feel as if they can change their children's life and they should change their lives. If they don't, then that's their fault. They're bad parents. The people in the background are also two other parents that look judgingly toward the person that watches this ad, and
like,
it makes them
why are
feel,
you not doing something?
yeah, why wouldn't you do something like this? And the next slide further reinforces this by giving them the economic reasons why wouldn't you buy this? It's only $9.99. Isn't your kid worth that much money to you?
FX is again in red.
Yeah. And then bring a smile back on your face. That's the closest thing we have to a slogan in the entire campaign.
Yes.
Since it is, it's what we want them to think that the product will do. It will make them feel better. It will solve the issues that they have between themselves, or it will solve any issues that the kid has.
Provide you and your kid a better life.
And then a smile to give it a happy end.
Yeah. To sort of show the change made.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, then this was our presentation. We want to thank you for your attention.
Yes.
If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Okay.
No?
No, thank you. Good.